And moving to the north, where Canada has made new allegations against India as diplomatic relations between the two nations remain rocky. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau's government has put out a new report which accuses New Delhi of being the second biggest foreign threat to Canada's democracy, the first being China. The report was submitted to Trudeau in May, who has called the matter, quote, very serious. However, Trudeau and his government have failed to provide any evidence against India. New Delhi calls the allegations baseless and absurd as Canada includes India with the likes of China, Iran, and Pakistan. Our next report takes you inside the growing tensions between the two nations.
Justin Trudeau has been spearheading Canada's tirade against India. Trudeau's government has repeatedly accused New Delhi of orchestrating the killing of a Canadian on Canadian soil. However, India stands firm that Canada has given no proof to back its bogus claims. Instead, New Delhi accuses Ottawa of harboring Khalistani terrorists and anti-India elements. And amidst this diplomatic conflict comes another baseless accusation from Trudeau's government. A high-level Canadian parliamentary panel has put out a new report. It claims that India is the second biggest foreign threat to Canada's democracy. The first place goes to China. Trudeau says he takes foreign interference very seriously. The report was submitted to Trudeau's office in May. It was tabled in the Canadian Parliament only last week. The report was made by cross-party ministers and senators who have the highest levels of security clearance. It said, and I quote, "India emerges as the second most significant foreign interference threat to Canada's democratic institutions and processes." It further blamed New Delhi for increasing its influence in Canada. With these baseless claims, India has displaced Russia from the second spot. Trudeau's government keeps accusing India of interference without a dash of evidence. The 84-page report even mentions India a whopping 44 times. Talk about obsession. Along with China and India, Trudeau's government also accuses Pakistan and Iran of meddling in Canada's domestic affairs. However, the report accusing India on interference quotes largely Trudeau's own statements. Last year, Trudeau said he had credible evidence to show the involvement of Indian agents in the killing of Hardeep Singh Nijjar. Nijjar was a Canadian and was killed in Canada, and Trudeau blamed the Indian government for the killing without providing any evidence.
Between agents of the government of India and the killing of a Canadian citizen, Hardeep Singh Nijjar.
Now, Nijjar was a designated Khalistani separatist and had been declared a terrorist by India back in 2020. And the Khalistani terrorists' killing has caused a diplomatic war between the two nations. Both India and Canada have downsized their diplomatic presence in each other's countries. Trudeau keeps repeating that he has evidence of India's involvement in Nijjar's killing, but fails to provide any. New Delhi calls Trudeau's allegations baseless and absurd. India is yet to comment on the recent report that accuses it of interference in Canada. However, New Delhi continues to say that it is willing to work with Canada as long as Trudeau provides evidence for his baseless claims.
From impeachments to inaugurations, if it's a political story, we are on the scene. The race for the White House is heating up.
We're beating Biden.
How dare he say that?
If it's breaking news, we're live with the latest coverage. From the White House, the State Department, and Capitol Hill, we know the issues, but above all, we know the players to bring you the latest in-depth analysis on all the key stories that we're covering. I'm Eric Ham. Join me from Washington here on First Post America.
First Post reports from the world's second largest continent. Hello, I'm Alison Lagrange. A very warm welcome from Durban, South Africa. We get you the news and the newsmakers from Africa. From elections to climate change to innovations and opportunities. As the world's attention shifts, we report from Africa, the heart of the global South. Join me every weekday live on First Post.